Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Do not forget, this is 1000% viewer funded. If you want to see and hear this, reach all the way up inside, deep down inside of your generosity and pull something out for your boy. Greatly appreciated. I got upgrades I want to do to my equipment and my studio so I can bring you a better product. Speaking of, shout out to Lauren in Texas. I did some gun art, or GART as I like to call it. I'll put a link to the video where I explain that. It's just a couple minutes. But I did two of them. My first two, they're titled Trump 1 and Trump 2. That's all I'm going to tell you. You got to check out the video. And she sent me an email and asked if she could buy them both. I was like, girl, this is America. You can buy whatever the hell you want. So I'm sending them to her. But if you want, you got color combinations you want, just let me know. Shoot me an email. I'll also put that in the description box. Now, I'm sure we've all been highly disappointed in the way Sloppy Joe has been handling the Maui wildfire situation. Or has he been handling it? He finally made his first comment yesterday. His first public comments about it yesterday. It's still a clusterfuck on the ground. You have local people who have gathered items to give to the people affected by the fire in Maui, and they're being turned back because it's not FEMA items. It's not bottled waters and the various things that they need, food and wipes and wet wipes, all kinds of shit. Because it doesn't come from FEMA, these people are being turned away. Help is help. I'm sure the people who need those supplies don't give a damn if it comes from their neighbor down the street or the government. They just want help. But Sloppy Joe has finally taken a step. Now he talked to FEMA and sent them and other heads of different departments in his administration, but he had a press conference and he talked about a one-time payment that he's going to give the residents of Maui affected by the fire. Lahaina, I believe it's called. Terrible with Hawaiian words and names. But here's something that came to mind. Did you know, it's kind of unrelated, but it's related in a way, but did you know that 40% of Sloppy Joe's presidency has been spent on vacation? He has hit 365 days of vacation. That is one calendar year that this man has been on vacation. Now, it's bad and it's good, like I mentioned, because as the resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, we need you in office. We need you making shit happen. We need you keeping us safe. We need you keeping our lives cheap, which he has done neither one of those. But with Sloppy Joe being as horrible as he is, not having him there is also kind of a good thing. He's a walking calamity. He's a Barney Fife, if you will. So not having him there is probably better for us, right? But still, and he's on pace with Bush. Bush had over 1,000 days of vacation in his 2 terms in office. Sloppy Joe is on pace to hit that as well. So basically, they're still hiding him in the basement. We thought they were just hiding him in the basement during the 2020 campaign. No, they're still hiding him in the basement right now. It took him days to make a statement about the worst wildfire in our country's history. Speaking of, he announced that the federal government will be giving the residents affected by the wildfires on the island of Maui a one-time payment of, drumroll please, residents of Maui who are affected by these wildfires, man, you guys better get ready to hit the strip club, make it rain on these hoes, maybe start looking at the cost of a mink coat, some jewelry, some diamond-studded pinky rings, some necklaces and shit, maybe a Rari or 2 in the driveway, some lavish vacations. By the way, where do you take a vacation when you live in Hawaii? Where do you go? To some shitty place? You're like, you know what? We grew up in Hawaii. We live in Hawaii, so we're going to take a vacation in Detroit because we're around beautiful landscapes all year long. We got to see something shitty. But get ready to ball out till you fall out, residents of Maui, residents of Lahaina. Because the federal government is going to send you a one-time payment of $700. No, I didn't leave out any zeros. I wasn't supposed to say 7,000, 70,000. No. $700. Now you guys think California's expensive to live? Try Hawaii, because damn near everything except pineapples and sugar need to be imported. So there's a hefty tax put on those items to get them onto the islands. You think California's bad? Shit. So, and you also got the governor there, Governor Green, talking about it's climate change. He actually used the old school term. He said global warming. I was like, oh shit, you just showed how old you are. So he's going to give the residents of Maui a one-time payment of $700. So I did some math. Just over 9,000 people live in the affected areas. Times that by 700, you're looking at $6.3 million. The federal government wipes their bloated, distended ass with $6.3 million. That ain't shit. Monday, hydrate people. I'm looking at a high of 107 today where I live. So just over 9,000 people live there. You're looking at $6.3 million. That ain't shit. On Monday, our federal government just sent $200 million more dollars to Ukraine. I got to looking into how much we sent them. It's confusing. It'll make you dizzy. 200 million today, 400 million last week, $40 billion the week before that. It's out of control. But you just sent Ukraine $200 million worth of military equipment. You guys remember that movie, Blazing Saddles? You remember the scene where the sheriff is trying to get people to fight Headley Lamar because they're trying to take over Rock Ridge. And so the preacher gets up there and he holds his Bible up in the air and he starts to talk, and everybody shoots at the Bible and it explodes. And the preacher looks at the sheriff and he says, well, son, you're on your own. Why couldn't Biden's administration look at Ukraine and say, well, cokehead, you're on your own. I got to give this to my people. The people of Maui are hurting. They've lost everything. In some cases, lives. I just saw the death toll was at like 106. And they're not even done searching. I'm sorry, Ukraine. You guys got to step back. You got to go to the back burner. I got to take care of my people on the island of Maui. They need that money. They are hurting. That would be like your wife and kids are starving. They're laying there on their stomach, rumbling. The missed meal cramps are hitting them. Daddy, we're hungry. We're starving. We haven't eaten in days. And you're steady taking casserole dishes over to the neighbor's house. Wait, why are you taking them food and we're starving? Watch out, kid. Move. I got to take this lasagna out of the oven and take it next door. What? Why would you do that? What's your problem? Where are your priorities? Do you have any? And if he does, we're not on that list. $700 one time per household, and it's $700 per applicant. So if you're an applicant, that means you have to apply and fill out an application. So it's not like during the sweet and sour sniffles lockdown when they were just bukkakeing the population with PPP checks and stay home. Here's $2,000 this month. Here's another $2,000 next month. Here's $1,200. Stay home. No. One time, $700 in one of the most expensive places in the world to live. Good luck. How long is that going to feed your family? How long is that going to keep you in a motel? I was going to say hotel, but $700, it's a Momo. What are they supposed to do with that? FEMA can't get their shit together. Their shoes are tied together because they're tripping over themselves trying to get supplies there. Why don't you use one of your executive orders to cut through the bureaucracy of FEMA and get those people some damn supplies and allow people who are already there to give supplies as well? What are you worried about? Somebody's going to get some food out of one of those care packages and get sick? This isn't an elementary school classroom. We're not worried about you bringing home baked goods to a birthday party. Okay, it doesn't matter if it comes in packaging from a store or not. Hook these people up. You might as well give them nothing. You might as well give them nothing. What is $700 going to do? And it's one time, and it's if you apply for it. Well, shit. Some of these people lost everything. Everything's turned to ash. Let me grab a pen so I can fill out this application. Here, other person who lost everything, turn around so I can write this on your back because there's no other flat surface. If it wasn't clear before that Sloppy Joe and his administration don't give a shit about you if you are inside the borders of the United States, and what else will? You got to be illegal, Ukrainian, or Chinese to get anything out of Sloppy Joe. Unless you're a little kid, and then, he's very giving. I just saw a clip where he's talking to a room full of people, and some of them were kids, and he says, I know where all the best ice cream places are around here. Here, your daddy owes you. Talk to me afterwards. Who the fuck talks like that? Oh, my bad. A pervert with dementia. I'll meet you guys in the comment section. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.